Hello everybody and welcome to another squad builder from me. Today I have a very nice Serie A squad to show you all guys, and I was actually reading the comments from one of my recent squad builders actually, which is a full informed Serie A squad builder. I actually uploaded it a couple of weeks ago, and I think 2-3 weeks ago, and a lot of you guys are actually suggesting players that I should include instead of other players, which I did. So I thought that's the whole purpose of this squad builder really. So I just thought I'd just listen to you guys and just pick some of those players which you suggested. Well, I picked as much as possible, try to fit them all in this team as much as possible. So that's what I've done, listened to you guys, and I've just done this squad. So this includes the likes of informed IBARBO, informed Vidal. So we start off by introducing our goalkeeper, which is informed Stefano Sorrentino. And I've actually heard mixed opinions about this goalkeeper, on Twitter and stuff like that. And for me, it's actually pretty decent, but he wasn't he made some great saves, I suppose, but he wasn't the best goalie, let's put it that way, so there's really nothing much to say about him, guys. He just kept me in the game a few times. Made some saves which actually surprised me, I suppose, but he wasn't the best goalkeeper to ever about him like I did with informed Marchetti, for example. And I actually prefer informed Marchetti, so I just say get him over this guy. And he only cost me 22,000 coins, so if you don't have the coins for informed Marchetti, you could get him for a replacement, but personally you might as well just get non-informed Marchetti, still just as good, but obviously not as good as his informed. So moving on to our defence now anyway, and we have Julian Velasquez for our first centre back, and I actually chose him based on his own cast stats really, guys, which is actually pretty sick for a silver, to be honest with you guys. Look at that, 77 pace, 76 heading, just being a few of our stats there. And overall, I found him pretty good, especially considering that he's only a non-rare silver as well. And I just paid over 4,000 coins for him, which is quite a lot really, but because he's a silver, it's quite a lot. But you could get the likes of Ogbonna, this non-informed Ogbonna. I don't think there is an informed Ogbonna actually, so I don't know why I said that, so apologies. Yes, you could just get him instead of Velasquez. And he's actually cheaper and better than him, so you might as well just get him over him. But it's nice to try him out anyway. So on to our next centre back now, and I've decided to go with Fabiano Santa Cruz. And I've actually seen a few people include this guy in their Serie A squad builders and Italian squad builders as well. And I thought, why not try him out? So I'm glad I did. And I can see why they've actually included him in their squad, because he's actually quite good. He's got some great stats, especially for a silver. You've got to remember he's a silver. And he's got the pace to track back and counter attack, which is 79 pace. Which is fantastic for even just any defender, let alone a silver non-rare player or defender, centre back. Sorry. So you can see why he goes for so much, and actually paid over 4,000 coins as well. And I actually would recommend him. He's actually really good. So I might include him in future squad builders to come anyway. So he's I really did enjoy him. So on to our last centre back now. We have Alessandro Gambarini. And he's another defender which I actually never tried. Again, I've seen a few people include him, Ogbonna, and Cellini, and those three at the back, and then they say you're sorted. So I thought I'll try him out as well. And he's got some sick stats actually as well: 80 defending, 78 pace and heading. And we all know how important those stats are, especially the pace, when you need to track back at counter attacks in particular. And for me, he's actually the best defender in this team. I particularly noticed his interceptions and strength, as he just got stuck in with him. He just barges the opponent on the floor, which I love. Just pushes them onto the floor and that's it, gets the ball, gets the ball rolling again. And I really did enjoy that out of him, I really loved that out of him. And so he also managed to bag in 1 goal as well in just 7 appearances, so not too bad. And so yeah, overall, you could see I've gone with a different defence lineup, just to add some variation to the squad really. Because so many people include Ogbonna, Cellini, etc. So it's just a bit boring for you guys. So I thought I'll just do something different, add a bit of variation, and include these 3. And yeah, I'm glad I tried out these 3 players as well, defenders, because they're actually really good. Anyways, on to our midfield now, and we have informed Francesco Totti for our left midfielder. Firstly, I just want to give a big thank you to fellow Fifa director, which is LucaGigiPazz. As he's actually been very generous to lend me him for a couple of days, so I really do appreciate it. And I'll appreciate it if you can go and check out his YouTube channel and Twitter down in the description below. And also subscribe to his YouTube channel as well, because I think he deserves more subs. He really has good content, great player reviews in particular. And I think you enjoyed him, guys, so he definitely does deserve more than he gets on his support on videos. Anyways, on to Totti now. And I didn't actually like him, to you guys. I wanted to feature him, as I haven't seen anyone feature him in their squad builders in Serie A or Italian. And you can probably guess why, because of the pace, because look at that pace, it's awful. But if you ignore his pace though, he has some decent stats really. 90 passing, 87 shooting, not bad, it's quite high. So, and those 2 stats are keeping me insisting to get him, to keep him in the squad and not get other players. So you can see why I've just gone with him, just to add variation again really, just like the defence. but unfortunately I didn't like him. His pace is just really bad. You know, he's just too slow, guys. I felt like I was walking and not sprinting when I was, you know, it's that bad. It's so bad. And because of his poor pace, I couldn't really get into a good position to actually have a shot on goal. I don't remember actually having a shot on goal even with him. It was that bad. So, and I scored no goals, and I didn't get any assists with him either, unfortunately. So it was kind of pointless having him in the squad after all. But, and I wouldn't really recommend it. I would just say you could just stick with the likes of Robinho being in that position instead, etc. So, and he also has 4-star skills as well and weak foot. I didn't even know that. So I couldn't take advantage of his skills, you know, because he's just so slow. Like whenever I do get the ball, any player could just go right in front of him and just intercept the ball, you know, keep the ball for themselves, etc. But you know, I didn't even know he had 4-star skills, and that's how much I actually get to use him. It's that bad. So it's a shame really, but I liked. I'm glad I included him because, you know, I wanted to add variation to the squad, as I said earlier. So on to our first centre midfielder now. I've decided to include the first Arturo Vidal. And I just chose him purely for the fact of the comment section. As I said, you know, I listened to you guys and I reacted by including these players. So he was one of them, as you guys suggested. And look at those all-round perfect stats first of all, for both attacking and defensive purposes. Vidal has 3-star skills and 4-star refusability, and he only managed to get just the 1 assist, unfortunately. And he's just a general disappointment, guys. He just didn't do much. I turned him out in other positions as well, even striker one game. And I really expected more from him, you know, based on his on-card stats alone, let alone his in-game stats. So, you know, those stats just think, wow, he's going to be an amazing all-round player, but unfortunately he wasn't. So he cost me under 170,000 coins as well, and I wouldn't recommend him to you guys. On to our last centre midfielder now. I've actually decided to go with Nainggolan, and he has 4-star skills and weak footability. And I was actually looking to feature the second informed Marquisio here, but I simply couldn't afford him, guys, so apologies for that. But anyway, Nainggolan was pretty good for the price actually. He didn't actually score for me, but he managed to get the total assists in the squad of 4 assists, so not too bad. You know, those were mainly from his corners. In fact, all of them for his corners, so that was the best attribute from him. But apart from that, he wasn't really anything special, but he was great on the ball though. And luckily he only cost me 600 coins as well in my formation, so I didn't have to convert him. So I can't really complain after all. So anyway, moving on to the last midfielder now in the squad. In the right mid position, we have the pacey Jonathan Biarbiani, and he has 3-star skills and weak footability. He scored just 3 goals for me in total, but he didn't bag any assists either. And this is actually the first time I'm using him. I've actually gone out, you know, and managed to try him out for once, because I just was using so many other players in that position. So, you know, it's weird because I know a lot of you guys are raving about him, but I've just never got around to trying him until now. And I'm glad that I managed to go out and try him finally. And he's actually really good for me. But in the right mid position, he was awful for me. He just never seemed to get the ball. But if you put him up front, you know, strike or even centre forward, he's just a completely different person. Like, he's really good. He's got that pace as well, just to get past defenders with ease, you know, and obviously that equals goals after all. So what more could you want? But, you know, as a right mid, you know, probably right winger, right forward, he'd be better in that position as well. But as a right mid, you know, I always believe that any player in the right mid or left mid position is never as good as they could be in a left forward or left wing position. So Biarbiani was one of them. But the best part of all, really, with regards to Biarbiani, is that he only cost me 900 coins, again in my formation, so really cannot complain about him at all. So now let's move on to our strike force now. And I've actually decided to go with informed Fabrizio Miccoli for my centre forward. And he has 4-star skills and weak footability, and he scored 3 goals for me and just contributed to 1 assist only. And you all know that Miccoli doesn't need any introduction to you guys as to how good he is in this game. And there actually wasn't much difference between his normal card and his informed card. He feels a little bit faster in game, but not much to equal a big difference. And I also noticed an improvement in his shooting as well, but that's about it really. And he cost me 160,000 coins in the centre forward position, but for me, there wasn't much of a difference, you know, to say that he's definitely worth the coins from his non-informed card. But I did notice a difference, but not much to say he's worth it. So anyway, to our first striker now, we have informed Victor Ibarbo. And I actually originally had informed Di Natale here because a lot of you guys wanted him, 4, 5, 6 of you wanted him in this squad anyway, so from the comment section. But I did try him out for a couple of games and I actually found him awful. He's actually the worst informed card I've actually used. He's so bad. Like, so much so I just couldn't include him in the squad. It wouldn't be fair on you guys. So I just I actually borrowed him, so I just gave him back to the person who borrowed it from. And I just included Ibarbo instead, you know, and I'm so glad I did because Ibarbo is absolutely class. He has 3-star skills and weak footability. He scored 6 goals in total for me and got 3 assists in only 7 appearances. I was actually surprised how good he was, like, because I originally heard mixed opinions about him, so I was a bit skeptical when getting him, but I'm so glad I got him, because he's just, in particular his heading just and shooting accuracy and his long shots, absolutely class, just stand out for me the most. You know, he's just got everything you want in a striker. It's absolutely class. You know, just you know, especially long shots, because I thought I could only score close range at first, but I thought let's just have a pop from long range, and I scored it. I was like, that's it. That's definitely proof to me that he's definitely your striker you want in the team. And he cost me 65,000 coins, and I would say that he's actually worth the coins. Usually for these informs I say, oh no, they're not worth the coins because they're over 100k, over 200k, whatever, but he's actually 65,000 coins and he's not too bad. That's actually quite reasonably cheap, or yeah, reasonably cheap for an informed player, so he's definitely worth the coins. Definitely go and try him out if you have the coins, you know, build a squad around him, Serie A, Colombian, whatever you like. Definitely, you will thank me later, he's really good. And for our last player now for this squad, we have informed Edison Cavani. Unfortunately, I bought him like this with his attribute card on him, so I can't really show his real stats. There should be a little picture on screen now of his real stats on there, but you know, I just you know me, I don't play online, so I just play Ultimate Team friendlies via the followers on Twitter, so that's why he's been remained as like this in the States anyway. So yeah, I just labelled it this States. And a lot of 86 in particular, very similar to Vidal, as he had a lot of 84s in his card. And anyway, Cavani has 3-star skills and weak foot ability, and he scored 4 goals and contributed 2 assists for me. And I paid just over 120,000 coins for him as well, but to be honest with you, there wasn't much of a difference in the game at all from my experience. He was exactly the same. He was not worse, he was not better, he was exactly the same from his non-informed card. And I used this non-informed card a couple months back now, but there really isn't, he's not worth it at all. If he's going to be the same player as the non-informed, what's the point of splashing out the cash of 120,000 coins plus to get him? You know, that's on Xbox as well, let alone PC and PS3 even more, so you guys can see my logic. So overall, you know, I'm going to say he's not worth the coins and just get the non-informed card instead, because the non-informed card is really good. Overall, I really did enjoy this squad, it's fantastic, but unfortunately not all round though, as unlike my other previous squad builders. The reason why is because my defence let me down, as they weren't actually that good, but I just wanted to try out those 2 silver centre backs in particular, that's why. So you know, that's the price I had to pay, you know, and yeah, so I'm giving this squad a rating out of 6 out of 10, and you know, if that defence is a little bit better, it'd be probably 8 out of 10, maximum 9 out of 10, so it's a shame. But the midfield and strike force I really do enjoy, but there's some players which just aren't worth the coins, unfortunately, like the informs in particular. So I hope you have enjoyed the end of this squad builder, guys. If you did, then please do leave your support with a like rating, it means a lot, guys, and as well as a thumbs up on the Futhead link in the description below. Yeah, that's if you like the look of the squad, so if you do like the look of this squad, you know, hit that thumbs up in Futhead. And as always, click on the screen now to check out any of my recent videos that you may have missed, and I hope you enjoyed these videos as well. And also, don't forget to subscribe and follow me on Twitter to be notified when I do upload a video, both on YouTube and Twitter. And don't forget to subscribe to LucaGigiPazz as well. His link will be in the description below again. And thank you very much for watching, guys, and take care. As well, I really appreciate that. And the second alternation being the amount of coins which I'm actually trading up to. As I stated earlier in the previous episodes, I'll only be trading up to around 20,000 coins. Well, I've decided to change my formation of the squad, of the Russian League squad I'll be trading up to. Therefore, meaning that I'll actually be trading up to 40,000 coins after calculating it.